Hey guys, welcome back to the Sal Pitera channel. Now this is a 360-degree video tour of the beautiful Carnival Sunshine. Now, because this is a 360-degree video, if you take your device and you simply turn, you'll be able to see all directions all the way around. If you're not on a device that you can physically move, you can use your finger to swipe along the screen, up, down, sideways, and you'll be able to see 360 degrees. So right now we are in the main atrium. This is what you will see when you first board the Carnival Sunshine, and it is quite beautiful. The main atrium, in most Carnival ships you will find a bar. It's pretty early in the morning here right now, so there's not too many people at the bar. You'll also always find your guest services here in the atrium as well. Guest services is where you will come if you have any incidents on board. If you need to keep track of your bill, any problems on board, the guest services staff is always here to help you. And on the Sunshine, as we're walking to the front of the ship, there really isn't very much. Down that hallway ahead, you're going to see your cabins, some staircases, and the elevators. We literally just walked in a circle, back up through the middle of the ship, back to the Sunshine lobby. The ships are handicap accessible. There are elevators pretty much everywhere. This is one of the fun hubs. If you need internet access and you don't bring your own computer, you can come use these computers. There is a fee for internet access on board a cruise ship, and it is very slow because they do use a satellite connection. Also, in most ships, you will find the Carnival Adventures desk. This is where you're going to come to get your shore excursions, those guided tours of your ports. Most ships don't have their Dream Studios in the lobby. This ship does. Dream Studios is a photography company. Along with the pictures that you pretty much get taken all around the ship, Dream Studios will actually make an appointment with you and a loved one and actually take photos on a more private level. Now, typically those photos are much more expensive than the $20 photos that you'll find up at the photo desk, which we'll show you in a minute. My wife's lagging behind. Say hi, Debbie.
Hi, guys.
She's just kind of following along. This is the first main dining room on board the Sunshine. And this is where you'll come for breakfast, lunch, and your formal dinner at night. Normally the paintings are not here. They must be ready to hold an art auction here today during non-dining times. But this is one of the beautiful restaurants. We'll go back outside and we'll go up one deck. Back out to the atrium lobby. And we will go up to deck 4. Now in the lobby on deck 4, we'll take a quick walk around the lobby. This is where you'll find the Pixel Studio. Now when you're on board, again, it's early in the morning, which is why these guys are closed, but I thought it'd be easiest to make a nice video for you in the morning. While you're on board all week long, they're going to take photographs pretty much everywhere you go. And during the day when they're open on these walls, you will find photographs plastered everywhere. And you can purchase those photographs for about 20 bucks. Now if you head straight to the front of the ship on deck 4, you will find the Liquid Lounge. The Liquid Lounge is going to be where all of your theater style shows will be. The Broadway and Las Vegas style shows that they hold nightly. can see as we walk in, this is a big show lounge. It does have a bar, and there's cocktail servers walking around to give you drinks. And is it a big theater style show lounge? Now this is actually one of the smaller show lounges of most of the ships we get on, and you can probably tell that the sound of my voice changed quite a bit as we walked in here, because it is made to be much more acoustically sound than the other rooms of the ship. Here's a little tip for you. If you look down at the first set of seats, you will see reserved signs for the first 2 seats on each side. If you're coming on board as a couple, I definitely recommend going to the first show you'll find on board, the Welcome Aboard show. And when they ask for volunteers, volunteer, especially if they ask for a couple to volunteer. And the reason why is they're going to make you do something goofy, but by doing that for every single show on board the ship, you will have a reserved front row seat for the entire voyage. So can't guarantee that when they ask you to volunteer that that's what they're asking you to volunteer for, because they do ask for several, but one of those volunteers on most ships will be to give you VIP treatment for the entire cruise.
And the VIP treatment also includes the backstage pass, so you can see where they get dressed and all that.
Yes, very good point. Yeah, it's not only just the front seat, they actually give you lots of different VIP treatments over the course of the week, backstage tours, all kinds of fun things, and it's free just because you volunteered for that first Welcome Aboard show. So that's just a little cruise tip for you. We are back in the main atrium. Now, I've never used this GoPro Fusion inside before, so I'm hoping these pictures turn out nice. I don't know what kind of lighting is required for it. I know the outdoor ones are phenomenal. And as we walk around the other side, you'll find your library bar. Now, I really don't know why they call this a bar on board the ships, because I've never once seen a library on board a ship that actually has a bar in it. But this is a nice quiet place. You can take a book out for the week. You can sit in here. You can play chess. On this particular ship, they have internet as well that you can use. But this is always a nice quiet place on board. Just about every cruise ship I've ever been on will have a nice library. And like the library that you're accustomed to, it's usually nice and quiet. So we are still on deck 4. That's another library bar. This one looks like they have set up for use as a conference room today, because they do private events on board a cruise ship. Lots of companies will. And look at that. This library bar actually has a bar.
Wow.
And it looks like there is a door that goes between the 2 libraries as well. But lots of companies will have their meetings on board cruise ships. It's actually one of the things that my wife and I specialize in. So if you're part of a business who wants to do a great business outing or do a convention on board a cruise ship, just let me know through Facebook or by giving me a call at 330-968-4300. This is the piano bar. Piano bar has nightly entertainment. Now the cool thing about this cruise ship is the piano bar actually has a bar in it. We were on the Sensation about 3 weeks ago in January, and the piano bar had no bar, which was kind of odd. So nightly you'll find great live piano entertainment inside the piano bar. And they have a live singer, and you can tip them to play your favorite songs, just like most piano bars you'll find when you're not on a cruise ship. Moving further back, deck 4. Looks like we're coming up on Fahrenheit 555. That is the signature line Steakhouse for Carnival Cruise Lines. Now the Steakhouse experience is not included in the price of your fare, but the Steakhouse experience is a 5-star meal, 5-course meal, and it's where you're going to get filet mignon and lobster for a price of about $40 a person. Now another tip, if you come to the Steakhouse on the very first night of your cruise, you'll find 2 things. First, you don't have to dress up for it because it is casual night on board a cruise ship. The cruise line respects that you may not have had your luggage delivered yet, so you might have to come more casual. But also, and they don't advertise this, so you actually have to ask for it, but on the first night of your cruise, if you come to the Steakhouse, they will give you a free bottle of wine as well.
You could have your choice of either a red or a white.
Yes. And this is Banzai Sushi. Again, this is not included in the price of your ticket. It's not one of the included restaurants. But it's not that expensive either. For instance, a California roll is $5. And the sushi on board is phenomenal. Remember, there's the menu. It's so good that my wife, who absolutely can't stand sushi, loves this restaurant. So that's how good the sushi restaurant is on board Carnival Cruise Lines. We'll go a little further back. Again, we're still on deck 4. This is deck 4 midship. Those are the midship elevators. Typically, you will find elevators on a cruise ship in the forward, which is the front of the ship, midship, and then in the aft, which is the back of the ship. But you'll find lots of elevator banks. Again, it is very special needs or special assistance or handicap accessible. We are entering the Punchline Comedy Club. So as you can tell as we're walking around, there are lots to do on a cruise ship. Each night, the cruise line brings 1 or 2 comedians in, and the comedians do fly in and fly out at each port, so you always have brand new comedians. And they have both family-friendly acts, or if you stay a little later in the evening and come, they have adult acts, which are 18 and over. But there's always something to do on board a Carnival ship. Typically, now, it's about 7:30 in the morning. Breakfast time, people are just starting to wake up from the night before. It's usually very quiet, as you see as we're walking around. Not a lot of people. Then during the daytime, it's pretty much a relaxing atmosphere. You can lay out on the pool deck, you can explore the shops, just kind of relax and do the things that you want to do at leisure. And then typically about 6 o'clock at night, that's when the ship really comes alive, and that's when your Broadway style shows start, your comedians, lots of dinner, all of your fun activities. In the back on deck 4 is the Sunshine restaurant. You can come during the day and look at the menus. That will be your menu selection for that night. I'm going to get nice and close so that if you want to pause that video, you can see a typical menu. Now they are closed right now, but we're going to go in and take a look. This is actually the 2nd floor of this restaurant. And they are preparing to open up for lunch. But as you can see, it is a big, beautiful restaurant here on board the Carnival Sunshine. As a matter of fact, that is our dinner table. Table for 2, right up front on the railing.
Okay, guys, please leave the room. That's everybody coming.
Okay, let's go up to deck 5. By the way, deck 4 is the mezzanine level, if you didn't see the sign. And this is deck 5, the Promenade. So back there, you're just going to find cabins. And I believe those are the Cubano cabin suites. And then on the other side, as we go through this door, you'll find Ocean Plaza. Starting with the Alchemy Bar, The Alchemy Bar, if you don't know what it is a really cool bar. They don't serve traditional drinks. It's more of like science versus drinks. It's a really neat experience. They also have, typically most ships I've seen, they have an LGBTQ portion of the evening here as well. So a great dining place for you to meet up. Then you have another theater where there is nightly live entertainment. Nice place to gather. And they do have events in these lounges throughout the day as well, trivia contests, things of that nature. In the back of the Ocean Plaza, you'll have the Red Frog Pub. Now, Carnival actually brews their own beer. And I don't drink beer very often, but I hear it's actually very, very good. What were you saying, Deb?
I was just laughing because they actually have a place where you put your hands almost like a handcuff thing and your head through the thing. I thought it was kind of cute.
Let's go do it. And this is the Red Frog Pub. Again, it's only 7:30 in the morning, which is why this place isn't full of people drinking. Where's that at?
And I don't know if you noticed, but back here they actually have foosball.
Turning back around.
I'm not sure what the other one is.
That is shuffleboard.
I always thought shuffleboard was on the ground, though.
They do have it on the ground. It's also a table game. And just some games you can play in the back of the Red Frog. Don't know why it says Thirsty Frog, but it is the Red Frog. And you see a little stage in here because they do have entertainment in here. Entertainment is key on board the cruise ship. In the evening, there is entertainment pretty much everywhere you go. Go ahead, Deb. Get back in there and put your hands in there.
Gee, thanks. I don't think I'm tall enough.
And there she is, all chained up, just the way I like her. Wait, I didn't say that on video, did I?
Nice.
Leave a comment about that in the comment section down below. By the way, while we're walking out back through Deck 5, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. Click that little bell notification. That will let you know every time we upload a brand new video. And we do lots of videos.
We have the check-in desk for your time dining here.
Now this is the check-in desk for your time dining. There are two ways. Let me explain the dining as far as the main dining room. There's an early seating, which pretty much starts about 6 to 6:30, depending on your cruise ship. There's also a late dining, which starts from 9 to 9:30. Now on those dinings, you'll actually be assigned a seat and you'll be able to have the same wait staff every day during your cruise. If you choose the your time dining, for instance, on this ship, it's between 5:15 p.m. and 9:15 p.m. It's like going to a regular restaurant. So you can either check in here when you're ready to have a table, or if you use your app, which Carnival has their app on your mobile phone, which has all your events throughout the day, you can check in on there as well. And then once you check in on the app or here, they will let you know when your table's ready and you'll have 15 minutes to get to your table. Up here they have a little breakfast bar, and throughout the day they change this bar to different things throughout the day. I believe last night it was a pasta bar. This is the Shake Spot and Internet Cafe and coffee. So if you need internet access, again, there are more computers here that you are welcome to use. There's also a printer, so on that second to last night of the cruise, if you need to print out your boarding passes for your airline, you can do that here. And this is your specialty coffee shop. It's very similar to a Starbucks, except here you can actually add alcohol to your coffee as well. And if you do buy the alcohol package, it includes all your coffees as well as all of your milkshake, which is also available here as well. And those will be included in the package.
And they don't count against your 15 drinks a day unless you add alcohol.
Correct. I don't know if you can hear her, she's so far back, but what she said is that if you purchase the alcohol package gives you 15 alcoholic beverages per day. But if you buy coffee or a milkshake or a soda pop, unless you add alcohol to it, it's unlimited. It does not count towards your 15 drinks. Further up on Deck 5, we have our casino and casino bar. Again, you can use your finger to turn and see any view, or just simply turn your phone around if you're using a phone, and you should be able to automatically see 360 degrees. Now, the casino is only open when the boat is at sea. Because of local laws, both in the United States and at port, in order for the ship to be open, you must be in international waters. So I hope you're finding this tour informational. If you're going on the Sunshine, or you want to make some comments about this video, please make sure you comment in the comment section down below. Now, we've been walking back forward from the back of Deck 5, and now we find ourselves back in the Grand Atrium. So a lot of these are going to be closed because it's so early in the morning, but the first thing you'll find is the warehouse. If you have kids, the warehouse is going to be a fun place for your kids to hang out and play video games, all kinds of cool video games. Now, this video is not going to give you a tour of Camp Carnival, because it is designed for only children to be allowed in there. But Carnival also has a great kids program where your kids can go and be entertained literally all day long. It's not just this. There are different areas of the ship that are designed just for kids of specific age levels. So if you have a toddler, that's one class. If you have a preteen, that'll be another Camp Carnival. If you have a teenager, that'll be another Camp Carnival. And they even have their own nightclubs and things of that nature as well. I don't know if we can go in here or not. Nope. This is locked, but I'm sure you can see through the window. This is Cherry on Top. And Cherry on Top is exactly what it looks like through the window. They're not open yet, but you can see that you can get all kinds of cool suites. And then this is the mall on board the cruise ship. Again, they're not quite open yet, so we will look through some windows. And you can see that there's lots of things to purchase. There is an ATM on board if you need extra cash. However, I recommend you do that before you board the cruise ship, because the ATM on board a cruise ship is quite expensive. You also have your fine jewelry and watches, and the cruise ship offers lots of sales on watches and jewelry throughout the week. You can buy Invicta watches for as little as, I think, $19.99, which normally sell for hundreds of dollars. But be careful, because there's also things like, for instance, there's a watch I have been eyeballing for about 2 years, and I never seem to buy it when I'm like in the United States, because I always have buyer's remorse before I even buy it. But I find that watch is actually quite a bit more expensive on board the cruise ship. So do your homework. If you have an internet package, research it. You can always go online and see what that watch will cost you, once you get home, as opposed to what you're purchasing it on here to see whether it's a good deal or not.
Plus, also, if you are in port and you find that exact same item and it is less price, they will match it on ship.
That's what they say.
Yes.
I have yet to see them actually do that, because the few times I have, they've actually given me a hard time about it. But they claim if you see it in port, a piece of jewelry or a watch cheaper than on a cruise ship, if you take a picture of it, they'll honor the price. The problem I have found is that when you see it in port, the price that it's going to be marked is always going to be high, but as you know, they negotiate much less, and they're not going to take your word that they were willing to sell it to you cheaper than what it was on the cruise ship. So while they say that, it's kind of hard to enforce. So this is the other gift shop, and this is where you can buy alcoholic beverages. Now, if you buy alcohol on here, you can't just take it back to your cabin and drink it. They won't give this to you till your last day of the cruise, so they will keep it. And then some ships deliver it to your cabin, while other ships make you go on the last morning and pick it up on your cruise. We've already been in the Liquid Lounge. This is just the other floor, isn't it?
Yes.
We'll still go back.
Part of it. And I'm going to take a small little detour and meet you right back here.
Beep, 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 beep.
That's not cool.
And this is the upper deck of the Liquid Lounge. It is a beautiful state-of-the-art show lounge. Now, one thing that is neat about this lounge as opposed to a lot of the older ships is, as you can see, the chairs on the floor are mobile. So they actually take these chairs out after the last show and they turn this entire club or lounge into a nightclub, which is really cool. And as you can see back there in the control center, it is pretty state of the art. And there she is. We were in there.
I know. I was in there.
And we are back to the gift shops. Now there are logo wear. And the one thing I don't quite understand that Carnival has made a change to is this is the area of the shop where you'll find logo items and rum cakes, but things that say Carnival on them. But most Carnival ships now have dedicated a significant portion of their gift shops to selling things that have absolutely nothing to do with the cruise line. As a matter of fact, we were on the Vista and it had a Victoria's Secret that took quite a bit of their shop space up as an entire Victoria's Secret store. So we've never quite understood that. This is your sign and sale kiosk. Along with going to the information desk, you can come here to your sign and sale kiosk at any time and use your card, your ship card, and print out your bill. We missed the sports bar. Let's go take a look at the sports bar. Now the skybox is pretty cool because one thing the cruise lines have done recently, which I absolutely cannot stand, is on your stateroom TVs there are no more network television at all. So NBC, CBS, ABC, really none of them are there anymore. So if you want to watch your favorite sporting event, you really have to come here or to one of the bars that is showing the sporting event. That's one cutback Carnival has made over the years. That Carnival, if you're watching this, bring back network TV. There are actually people who like to spend time in their cabin at an evening and watch television.
Robert was just a really easy child. And he just was really, really happy.
Now we are going to go all the way upstairs and we are going to show you the Lido Deck as well as the buffets. We are on deck 5, so we are going to take an elevator. And I think we got lucky.
No, it's going down.
That's all right. It will go up eventually. Let's go in.
That's going up.
It's going down.
This one is, yeah.
All right.
Say hi to the world. World, say hi to them.
Were you on Facebook?
On Facebook, YouTube, all the good stuff.
Were you on the cruise thing?
I was.
Okay, I think I saw you on there saying that you were going to do this.
Cool. We are going up to the Lido Deck on most Carnival cruises. That's where you will find your main pool area, some bars, pretty much during the cruise, one of the main hangout areas of the ship. The Lido can be on deck 9 or deck 10, depending on which ship you're on. And we are back at the main atrium, but this time on deck 9. And the reason we skipped a whole bunch of decks is the decks in between are just hallways with cabins in them. And you're typically going to find your Lido atrium lined with memorabilia from the cruise line as well as artwork for the art auctions that they hold on board. And this is the Lido Deck. Again, this is a 360-degree video, so You can turn your phone around and you'll be able to see the entire Lido Deck. For those of you who don't have the ability to turn, I'll do a quick turn for you. Now on the Lido Deck, you'll find a Blue Iguana Tequila Bar, as well as a Red Frog Rum Bar on most Lido Decks, on most of the Carnival ships. Are you going to go sit down? Lots of places to sit out and enjoy the sun. And during the day, they do have live entertainment here, steel drums, DJs, all kinds of good stuff. Now they are not open right now, but this is probably one of the most popular places on the entire ship come afternoon and evening. It is Guy's Burgers. Now what's so special about a burger? Well, you really got to come aboard a Carnival cruise ship to see. Guy's Burger is a completely unique experience, and they are probably the best burgers I have ever had. Your 24-hour swirls ice cream machines. The kids always love that. And this is your Lido Dining buffet. As you can see, it's breakfast time. Everybody's enjoying their breakfast. Lots and lots of food. If you're into food like most people are, cruising is definitely the way to go. It is prime time breakfast hour, which is why it's so busy. Morning. Good morning. But as you can see, there are lots to choose from. And then there is your 24-hour pizzeria, which is also included in the price of your ticket. 24 hours a day, you can come enjoy your pizza. These are the Eft Elevators. And here we have the Cucina Dekappa, as well as your Asian kitchen. In the evening, this also becomes the Havana Club, which will have live nightly entertainment, mostly Cuban atmosphere. And of course, you cannot beat the view. And as you can see, there are thousands of people on board, and a lot of them are congregated in this area since it's breakfast time and the buffets are all open for breakfast. But as you can see, for the amount of people that there are, there's still plenty of table space, and the crew does an absolutely fantastic job of keeping the ship clean, making sure there's always clean tables, clean spaces for you to sit, and plenty of food on the buffet. So we are going to go upstairs. And this is Camp Dream for the under 2-year-olds. I'll see if we can't just peek inside.
You can peek in.
Now, if you have a toddler, this is where you will take them. The Carnival staff is absolutely fantastic with taking care of your kids. Thank you. And again, they have one of these for different age groups, all the way up to 18 years old. Here is Circle C. It's gonna be very dark in here since they're closed right now, but this is actually a nightclub. Oh, you can't, the door's locked because they're closed. This is actually a private nightclub with a DJ, a nice safe zone for your teenagers. No adults allowed, which makes it nice and safe. You have Club O2, which is also closed since it's so early in the morning, and that is another nightclub for different age groups on board the cruise ship. So let's go up a level here. This is where you're going to find your waterworks. As well as your rope course up above. And lots of fun outdoor activities. Yes.
Hello.
It's 360 degrees, they can see you. And basketball. And of course you can't help but to admire Carnival's signature fluke. Chess, checkers. Upstairs they do have mini golf, and all this is included in the price of your ticket. Sounds very windy on the microphone. It's really not that windy, but since Carnival is a moving ship, you're always going to have a little bit of wind when you're moving. There are lots of wind shelters to block you from when you're walking around or laying out and enjoying the activities. The wind nearly isn't as bad as it sounds on a microphone. But really, I mean, how can you beat this? For the price of an average of about $90 a night per person, you get all of this, all the food, all the entertainment, and every morning you wake up and you're in a completely different country to explore for the price of what is normally a hotel room anywhere else. You really can't beat it. Let's just take a look around right here in Midship. Those are your hot tubs down below. There are several of those throughout the ship. Also, you can see the big Jumbotron at night. They do have deck movies where they play newer release movies, I should say. They're not first run that are in the theaters right now. But it's fun, it's loud, and they give you free popcorn, and you can enjoy a movie under the stars. And then lastly, up above, we're going to go up to the Serenity deck. This is the adults only deck. And the only cruise line in the world to put a waterfall right on deck. So this is the quiet deck for adults. You come up here, you can enjoy some nice serenity here on the Serenity deck. Lots of chairs. They have little private chairs. Hi. Beautiful. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tour of the wonderful, exotic Carnival Sunshine. That's it for now. Once again, please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you like this video, share it on one of your social medias, hit that like button, and I'll see you on board your next vacation.